let me show you how building personal relationships in the business world can be truly, well, transformative. This week, we're in Howell, New Jersey at Salon 202 to meet Lena Piccininni, a celebrity barber who has built a successful entrepreneurial career around her skill, her smile, and some incredible personal relationships.
Well, see, a lot of people that know me actually just know me as Lena the barber. So I actually got my license when I was 17 years old, and I started working at a hair salon. So I started researching, and I found this guy called Eric. His name is Eric Roa. He goes by Pacino's. He's based out of Florida, and he was doing barbering classes all at the East Coast. So his manager started managing me. I started doing classes, you know, little by little here and there, and then it started being bigger. We started doing tours all over the country. So yeah, I met like Jay-Z's barber, you know, a couple of my friends like Fat Joe, Timberland, Usher. I met a lot of these guys. So I met LeBron James's barber. I'm friends with him, Nick. I was like, I'll cancel my whole week for LeBron. Yeah. They flew me out to Cleveland one night, did his makeup for a commercial, and left the next day.
You're kidding me. What? But it wasn't always about celebrities and fame. Lena's rise to the top started in a low place.
Like, I started to be the person that I needed when I was 17 years old. I didn't have anybody like that. I had to go in a, you know, deep, dark hole and push myself out of it, you know, to be where I am today. So at 17 years old, my dad passed away.
Okay.
So that was, I think, like obviously the worst day of my life. And it didn't hit me right away. Like, I think I was like in a daze. After my dad passed, I started doing drugs. I started doing pills. And there would be times that I would like go to my dad's grave and sleep at his cemetery, take pills and sleep there all night, wake up, they don't even know where I am. And I remember my neighbor came out to me and was like, you know, I know it's really hard, but your dad is watching everything you're doing and he's so proud of you. And I was like, and then that's what like hit me. I was like, my dad probably thinks I'm a loser. Or I'm like, my dad really sees everything. And that kind of like made me it just like hit me. I was like, I need to stop. I need to get my shit together.
After losing the most important bond in her life, it was Lena's cosmetology and hairstyling license that helped her forge some life-changing new relationships.
So I started asking a couple of my friends, like, you know, where do you guys get your hair cut? Like, where's a busy shop? He's like, oh, this guy Justin's barbershop in Manalapan. So I talked to him and he's like, oh, do you barber? I was like, I'm 25. I was 19. Oh, I do barbering, I do coloring, I do makeup, I do bridals, like bridal parties. Like, I do everything. Anything that sits in my chair, I could do. I wax your eyebrow. I'll take anything that sits in my chair because at the end of the day, that's money. At the end of the day, those people have family and friends that are coming to me. Like, I'm booked out for a month in advance, which is amazing, but because of all the different clientele I have.
With a honed skill set and a growing client base, Lena was still not satisfied and began to seek out the next steps in growing her business. What was the moment, or who was the moment that really changed your life?
Obviously Pacino's, because I don't know where I would be if I didn't meet him. And then through him, I met a guy called Lee Resnick. He owns a website called Barbershop Connect. And he actually picked me to be on a TV show. I was on a barbering show with Cedric the Entertainer was our host. Between Pacino's and Lee, they really believed in me as a barber and like as a professional, as a woman in this industry, as a pioneer leading other women or even men in this industry. So definitely meeting Pacino's and then meeting Lee from Barbershop Connect.
It's awesome. I don't know anything about hair.
Clearly.
The reason I was successful in my business career is because I built really strong personal relationships. Talk about how you've built this following and this clientele and be able to do this. I mean, it's relationships, right? Talk.
I was recently at a barber event and it was funny because I went up out of my way to say hi to this female, and I remember people were like, who the hell is that? And I'm like, who is that? That's Floyd Mayweather's barber. You never know who's in your chair.
Absolutely.
You never know what they do, what they did, who they know. It's all about networking. It's all about how you treat people. And that's just how you get clientele. It's how you get other job opportunities. It's how you network. It's how you build your brand.
Is this your father? Is this your father coming out of you without question, right? I mean, this is that discipline.
How he raised me.
This is that discipline that, you know, I mean, when you look back in your life, I mean, is he your original like mentor? Would you say he's the?
Yeah.
I mean, he seems like he's ever present in your life, right? I mean, he's the guy that continues.
Like even still, like he's past probably almost 10 years right now, but I still, in my back of my head, I'm like, oh my God, I can't wear that. My dad would roll in his grave.
Really, you do? That still goes around in your mind.
Yeah.
Because when it's all said and done, it's the truly important relationships you build that will always be there. Though my hair did leave me.